Good morning, friends. I just want to make you aware of something that came my way, and we are investigating whether it's true or not. Now, there was a letter circulating from July 17, 2020. Dear residents, this was in Ventura County, California. Okay, public health, mandatory COVID-19 testing and quarantine. Now, there was supposedly a letter, July 17, 2020, to the residents of certain apartment. Dear residents, due to the recent COVID-19 virus outbreak is at the Palms building, the Ventura County Public Health Department has ordered mandatory COVID-19 testing and quarantine for all residents at 137 South Palm Street. Mandatory COVID-19 testing will be at the Palms Community Room, on Friday, July 17, 2020, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. All residents residing at 137 South Palm must be tested for the COVID-19 virus. After testing has been completed, all residents must quarantine in their units until test results are received. More information will be provided. Effective immediately, the Palms building has been placed on lockdown. Except for essential workers, no one will be able to enter or exit the building. During lockdown, security personnel will be posted on all entrances of the building 24 hours, 7 days a week. All residents' card keys will be deactivated during the lockdown. Okay, please be aware the Palm building is a non-smoking building, and so on. Then there is a phone number. So this letter claims that they have found probably they're going to do COVID-19 testing, mandatory COVID-19 for all residents in a certain apartment in California, and they're locking down exits and entrances. All residents must be tested, mandatory testing. That's very dictatorial, Orwellian, fascism style medical tyranny. And whether it's true or not, our friend Deborah Tavares, who lives in California, is investigating right now. It might be a false flag. What I wanted to make you aware of is that they are putting out there stuff like this, and it may and may not be true, because this is part of entire chaos and their psychological operations. They're testing what the reactions will be. Okay, how public will react to this type of news. So we are under major psychological trauma right now. They're applying a lot of mind control techniques. So some of that kind of news might be to terrify people and see the reactions. So what she's doing is investigating, investigating what took place, how true this is. So I will update you as soon as I get results of her investigation. Next thing, I was also alerted to news that was also from like earlier July, a few days ago, and it was CNN World. So they are telling people that vaccines are being made right now. It says tens of millions of vaccines will be put into American arms by the end of this year. Okay, it's a warp speed operation by Trump. So anyone thinking that Trump is on our side, that's absolutely not true. He's fully cooperating with the New World Order. He might say a few things you like, but then he always changes his mind and gives in, right? Yeah. So a senior Trump administration official said Monday that they are very confident that by year end we will have tens of millions of vaccines put into American arms under Operation Warp Speed. Vaccine manufacturing will begin by the end of summer. The senior official said during a telephone briefing, in many cases it's already underway. The official said, we are acquiring the equipment, we are setting up the space, we are acquiring in some cases the raw materials to do it. We have project teams that are assigned to go out to reach manufacturing site. The senior administration official added that Operation Warp Speed is not waiting on the results from the portion of the trial that determines whether the vaccine works. Please pay close attention. This particular Operation Warp Speed, which is Trump's doing, he's involved in this, is not waiting on a part of the trial that determines whether vaccine works. So they are omitting part of certain trial that is part of every decision making in every vaccine. They're omitting this, and Trump is omitting this. Trump is allowing this, okay? It says we will be manufacturing hundreds of millions of doses long before phase 3 clinical trials are complete. So it's not even done the way that previous vaccines have been done, okay? And previous vaccines were horribly poisonous, caused all kinds of issues. Every single child, even if it seems normal, will have long-term effects from vaccines received of some sort, because they are all experimental. And this one here, they're calling vaccine because this is the common language that you would recognize, but it's actually not even a vaccine. It's an injectable poison to change genome of humanity, and it's part of genocide. Please see what Gates was doing in Africa and India. How many children were dying? He has lawsuits going on because his supposed vaccine were killing children. Okay, so this is a genocide. Operation Warp Speed genocide. Okay, so here we go. The goal of Operation Warp Speed is to deliver 300 million doses of a safe, effective vaccine. So now they are using words safe and effective, and before they admitted that they're even omitting the part where it's supposed to determine whether it's safe. Do you see their deceptive language? Anyway, January 2021, they're going to have 300 million doses. How many Americans are there? 330 million Americans. So, yes. So this is what's happening. As far as this apartment situation, I'm going to get answers from Deborah Tavares. Go to her YouTube, stopthecrime.net. She uploaded new video with brand new information. I cannot bring her right now on because we are in a process of looking for place. But please go there. She was so kind enough to upload her newest news. So stopthecrime.net, YouTube, her latest information, and she's investigating for us the apartment building to see whether it's whether it's really true and what really happened there, so we know the truth. So I'm so glad she's doing that. Well, God bless you all. I will be updating you soon on things and on INL as well, and planning on doing the rest of our teleconference on Patreon, but where I will be putting on my PowerPoints on AI, transhumanism. Also with Steve, we did study on who is the whore of Revelation, and a lot of other things that you might be interested in. Okay, well, thanks friends. Have a blessed day today.